We're live.
Oh. I thought you just like bumped the mic with your nose.
Like a seal.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that like I was like doing a reverse clown with this little poopy thing.
Well, what's up, YouTube?
How you doing, dude? How's life?
Oh my god.
Again, getting ready to do the show. We go live in.
We should have a cool buzzer. T-5, 4. Wah.
No,
No, okay. I thought it'd be cool.
that makes me want to kill you right now.
I can be
Let
the
alone
buzzer.
all of the listeners who are like, "Oh no, we're gonna hear wah again." No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll just T- till I turn the station.
Right.
We got like 2 minutes until we go live, and again, without Tanya. Like, why is it? Can I ask something? And you got to answer this in 2 minutes. So,
Okay, that's fine.
why is it that when I miss a show, it's a big shutdown thing, right? Like, and it's a big thing. Like, oh no, it's over. But like, Tanya has missed. I mean, she missed 2 this week, and then I think skip a week because I was sick. Skip a week. Then
Do you want the
she-
honest answer?
Then she did, yeah, because she was sick again. Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Do you want the honest answer?
I sort of.
There's a few reasons. One, you know how to work that. I don't. Honestly, remember how Monday I said, well, if we get here early enough, I'm willing to learn. Well, we got here early
Oh,
enough.
we did.
We totally fucked around. Like, that's on me. Eventually, I'd like to learn. I just, I always get here last minute. Second of all, and this is the hardest part, you kind of bring more, like, of substance, It's always dead dogs and volcanoes with her. So like,
and volcano shooting out dead dogs.
yeah, and like I don't know if I'm comfortable enough doing a show basically on my own.
Oh, you can do it.
I can, but I don't think it'll be like good.
It's not that hard.
And yeah, I want it to be good though, and I don't feel like by myself it'd be good enough.
I think you should go you should go completely by yourself.
Here's the thing: is like I probably could.
It's really hard. That is really hard doing completely by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
have
why I don't want to find
nothing-
out.
You have absolutely nothing to play off
Nothing
of.
to riff off of.
Yeah, you're just straight going from your own thoughts. When I did it, I took so many fucking breaks because I had to like
Yeah, I bet
regroup,
every 5 minutes. So it was basically Will's show.
yeah, or Alex Jones.
Yeah.
I'd go for like 5-10 minutes and be like, all right, we're going to break.
Yeah. No, I just.
All right, we got 10 seconds till we were.
God, that's 2 minutes already.
I know, right?
Fuck.
It happens quick. 2, 1.
Welcome to Revolution Radio.
We are Kansas.
Wait. What?
Here
What
we
up?
Are. Here we are. Kansas.
Kansas. And the rest of. Don't leave everyone else out.
I know. In fact, most people that listen to us aren't.
Yeah, I was going to say, that we probably have 5 listeners from Kansas. Everyone else is in, like, Denmark, where we should be.
Literally, that's where
Yes,
we should
literally.
be. Yeah, I'm tired of.
They love us in Denmark. Actually, isn't Finland? Is it Finland or Denmark where, like, our ratings are really high there?
Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of those kind of obscure
Can
countries.
you imagine if, like, because our ratings are really, really good.
Yeah.
Right? And our likability apparently is really, really. If we lived there.
Oh, my God. We'd be superstars.
And not only that, the amount of hot pussy we could get. Let's be honest.
I was thinking more for money.
Norwegian women are hot, right?
They're Denmark.
It's still the same place.
Yeah, pretty much.
And free healthcare.
The healthcare would be kicking. Okay, so it's really sad, but honestly, I was more excited about the crime rates and the healthcare. Those were the 2 things that came to mind.
Not even the weed?
Oh, fuck, yeah, I forgot it was legal. Hell yeah. So the weed, the healthcare, and the money. Like, I don't know how, like, okay, I know this is shooting far into the future, if ever, with us, but
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the idea of being, like, famous.
I don't like that idea.
Like, part of me does because the money that comes with it, I can have a secure financial life. But also, I don't like being recognized in public. Ooh.
if we
there
got
goes the
to a
phone.
point of
I don't like being recognized in public. So the idea of going to, like, the local farmer's market and somebody being like, holy shit, you're Cody from the from Revolution Radio, basically the Jay and Cody show again. I'd be like,
I'd
yeah.
honestly find it funny that you went to a farmer's market.
I don't know. Do they have like Walmarts over there?
No,
I didn't know if they had like a Walmart or.
I agree. If we got to a point where, and I mean, at any point we could just be live
Yeah,
doing
people
a show,
have done it
like,
here though. That's the thing.
in a video record. But if we got to that point where we're doing video, it would look
Oh
like
my God.
you're doing radio with someone from Hollywood Undead. Like I'd be wearing masks. And,
Oh, I know,
like,
for real. That's not a bad idea. I've considered that because we've kicked around the idea of eventually branching out and doing video. And yeah, I'm not totally against that. Like, if it really came down to it, I don't know, man. I would heavily contemplate wearing a mask. I don't have a face for radio.
I would have the sunglasses, the handkerchief.
Well,
the,
and
the whole
you look like
deal.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, basically.
The problem is that I'm really good at biting my tongue. The problem is my face. And so if we get a caller in that like we really kind of need to be on their good, like let's say, Alex Elkin, we like to pick on him.
Yeah.
Let's say he called in and he actually just absolutely sucks. But we want to stay on his good side. I'd ruin that because he'd say some shitty joke and I'd just like roll my eyes and everyone would see that. Here, I can do that. Or I can mouth something too, be like, oh my God, can we just end this call?
The amount of, yeah.
Like the paranormal guys.
Yes.
That whole time we were cracking up.
Or Quinn Dale.
We can't. Yeah, that was bad.
That
we
was
can't
really bad.
do that if we're on video. That's all I'm saying.
Which, by the way, I apologize to anyone that the Quinn Dale episode still isn't up.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is where like some really good stuff is on about that.
It
episode.
really is.
Like that makes the entire episode is the YouTube cuts.
And it bums me out that we don't have more subscriptions on YouTube because, as a listener, I would want to be on the YouTube side of it
I kind of would too.
because not only are you getting what you hear on here,
And by the way, I will say YouTube or 24.7 because 24.7 also gets
yeah, absolutely. You get your usual gig on here, but it's fun. I don't know. To me, I've always enjoyed hearing people. I almost said famous people, but we aren't famous.
No, not even close.
So if you're in Denmark,
Yeah.
hearing famous people behind the scenes, kind of seeing who they really are. It's not a far stretch from how we are here.
No,
We just-
it's not. It's just especially after interviews, it's really interesting to see how we really feel.
Yeah,
about
well,
how the interview
And
went.
I was trying to explain it to someone the other day. I told him, I was like, well, on radio, we kind of have not a persona, but we have a way that we talk. And once YouTube hits, we kind of just drop that, and it's normal conversation.
Yeah.
Because
Well, like
not
well,
that
just,
this.
even just Monday. Sorry, I was just going. My whole anti-Tim Pool,
Yeah.
AOC, blah blah blah, staying on this progressive.
Narrative.
Yeah, that I believe in 100%.
Yeah.
But as soon as commercials went on, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like like I'm
And
done.
I was using the toilet paper roll to jack off.
right?
Um,
Yeah, it's not that I don't believe it, or I
Yeah.
don't, it's just that.
And it's
you
also-
don't always have to talk.
I
so
know, and it's
professionally.
also not that this is not organic, because it is.
It
Everything you hear
couldn't
on
be-
here is
it couldn't be further
trust
from
me,
that.
it is very organic. But YouTube, you just see more us.
Right.
It's hard to
Less-
explain to people how you talk different on air than like in normal conversation.
I think part of it too, and not like we're trying to sell YouTube right now, because this is organic. We did not have this planned
Right.
out. But
But go subscribe.
we also don't even. We don't have anything set up.
No.
So like there is the downside that you might just hear. Hey, what are you looking at? Zebra porn. Oh, you're into zebra porn now? Like,
Well, yeah.
how much time do we got left?
And-
Oh, we got yeah. So you may not even hear like a great conversation.
And that's the
But-
downside, because like last time I didn't realize we were live when I was jerking off with the toilet paper roll. You're like, oh, we're live. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, I'm jacking up a toilet paper roll because I'm really 10.
Yeah.
So did you see the thing? It's an older story about Jeff Bezos or Bezos. I'm not sure how you.
Bezos.
Yeah, that's how I've
Bezos.
always said it. I've heard
Bezos?
certain people say Bezos, but
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, the founder of Amazon has a huge stake in the CIA.
Yeah. I saw
Um,
something brief about that.
So, long story short, is it was essentially the National Enquirer got a hold of him. They emailed him, and they threatened to go public with nude pictures of him and like illicit tweets that he had between himself and at the time was like his mistress. She's now
Ooh.
his girlfriend, but
Oh.
this was all around the time.
Funny
that
how
him
quick
and
you
his-
bounce back when you have money.
Well, it's the same woman. I mean, he was married,
Right, I know.
and then he was having an affair, obviously.
I'm just saying.
And they were gonna run this whole story, and I don't really know what they wanted out of him. I don't know if
Probably. I don't know.
I
Money?
don't know. They have a lot of money.
They do, yeah.
But they did
Free Amazon subscriptions.
right. Yeah, we want Amazon Prime. I really don't know what they were trying to get out of him, except for, I guess harassment is all. Yeah, I never. There was a list that they said that they have and what they want, and to be honest, I'm not exactly sure what all of it was. Because like I said, it is like a I don't know, week, at least a week ago that this happened. But anyway, so they were going to run this whole story. They're threatening him. They were going to release his nude pictures. They were going to release all this stuff. And a lot of people don't know, and how would you, that the guy who owns the National Enquirer, David Pecker, is also really good friends with Donald Trump. And if you think like, well, but he wouldn't do anything to help Trump, I might remind you of a name, Karen McDougal. Karen McDougal accused Donald Trump of having an affair, and then he impregnating her. And she was going to release this whole story. This was way, way before Trump was even president, by the way. This was like 2014, 2015. Well, the Enquirer did what they call a catch and kill, which is where they said, we'll give you $150,000. We're going to run this story. They had no intention of running it. So they just bought the story and they killed it. It seems like a lot to do for somebody. Like, if you're willing to do that for somebody before they're president,
Yeah.
you know, what are you going to do for someone once they're president? They're the same ones, too, who also had a hand in the whole Stormy Daniels thing. As far as buying her, in fact, they were suing her because they bought her story as well, and she was legally unable to discuss what happened. She still did, and that's why she lost that case. And it goes deeper and deeper in that. Like, for instance, the National Enquirer was one of the first publications to talk about the birther thing with Barack Obama. Just so, happens to be that was what Donald Trump was really pushing. So David Pecker, Donald Trump have a really good relationship. Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos don't. And this was reported on Fox News, by the way, that they found out that the National Enquirer got a hold of these illicit pictures and texts because not through hacking, but a special government entity acquired these from Jeff Bezos' phone.
So a hacker. Either a hacker or
Government entity.
entity.
Somebody from the White House stole this information and gave it to National Enquirer. Now, I don't want to play like, this is totally this way, but how can it not be?
I know.
Like, like really, and like I find it funny because I'm like trying to be like, well, it's a president. He wouldn't be that petty. I wouldn't be that petty, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm nobody.
Yeah, but who else?
I mean,
well, and not to mention the thing you go after is his nudes.
well, yeah.
Not any dirt on him, but also, okay, if I was worth what Jeff Bezos is worth, dude, leak my bare asshole. I don't care.
Well, and that's the great thing in this situation about Jeff Bezos, which, by the way, I'm not a fan of. Honestly.
No, definitely
Jeff
not.
Bezos, his whole thing, what he's done with Amazon and his workers and
Yeah.
all of the shit they've had to endure, the fact that most of his business is essentially buying out small businesses and killing them. So he's running a monopoly. Yeah, no, So don't mistaken me. I don't like him, but the thing I do kind of respect about him is he did the same thing that you're saying. He went on and he said, "Release it," and he came and he met the public with this information before anyone else. That's how we know he's the one who told everybody, "Hey, the National Enquirer is trying to, they're trying to blackmail me, and they have all this information on me," and I think that's the best way to handle it, because once this is released, we're all some people will probably look. I truly don't care, but a lot of people probably will look, and then that's going to be it. And if anything, he's going to be seen as a victim.
Yeah, and
I mean, he is, honestly, in this situation.
And I think I speak for myself and millions of other people. If Jeff Bezos' dick pops up on my timeline, you know what I'm gonna do?
Jack off to
I'm
it
gonna
and then
see.
move on.
I'm gonna see you the next day or that day and be like, "Holy shit! Did you see Jeff Bezos' dick?" And we'll be like, "Yeah, that's fucking funny." And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm probably gonna forget by the time the show is over.
We'll probably be like, look at Jeff Bezos' dick, Brett Favre dick. Why are all white guys' dicks orange? That'll be the conversation.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, who cares? It's not a big deal. But this way, the National Enquirer, David Pecker, I mean, that's highly illegal.
Yeah.
And if we trace that back, or not, if certain agencies trace that back and find out that this was a direct order from Donald Trump or from his administration, like, we're done with Russiagate. Like, that's already gone. We don't even need to worry about that anymore. This is way bigger. It's way more concrete. You're not gonna have to battle any of it. I mean, it's a much bigger consequence. It shouldn't be. I mean, but you still have people on that side like me who I don't buy into Russiagate. So I mean, but this concrete evidence. I mean, Jeff Bezos went on and released all the emails that he got, so people can see he's not making this up. This is directly from David Pecker. And not to mention, you probably don't fuck with the richest man in the world.
No.
I'm just guessing that he has a lot of resources.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if David Pecker's computer is being hacked into by who the fuck knows.
Another government entity.
Might be a friend of Jeff Bezos. We don't know. Who
Yeah.
can say? But we might have all this other information come out. Like, for some reason, and maybe it was David Pecker acting alone. I don't know. Could be. But he swung and nailed a giant hornet's nest. For what reason?
Right.
I mean,
Just to be petty?
And for God knows what, really. Because Jeff Bezos talks shit on Trump. And I don't even know. Like, maybe it has nothing to do with Trump, but I feel like it kind of does. Especially once it came out. And again, Fox News is the one who reported that it was a government entity that got a hold of Jeff Bezos' information.
Isn't it sad how Fox is kind of turning on itself? Slowly but surely, every day, I feel like I'm seeing more and more articles about Fox News reporter shuts down Sarah Huckabee Sanders and says...
That was great.
That was great.
That
I see more and more of those.
I think you've got some... Well, and you got Chris Wallace and Shep Smith who try to just do
it's
news.
not them.
I mean...
That's the thing. I'm not seeing articles about them. I'm seeing articles about everyone else. It kind of seems to slow... even little things like admitting that it was a government thing.
Right.
They would never admit... You would never catch Hannity admitting that.
No, and you still won't.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Fox seems to be turning on itself.
I've got an even bigger question, though, regarding all this stuff with Bezos' phone information. Do you remember when there was that terrorist attack, like, 2012, 2013 in California? They had the iPhones, and there was this big debate.
And they were debating whether to unlock it.
Yeah. Should we let the government hack into it,
Yeah.
or they couldn't hack? I don't know what the whole debate was.
Well, it was if you're really interested.
Yeah.
It was a debate between Apple and basically the FBI. The FBI was saying, you need to let us have access to this, and they also wanted to make a code that would or Apple wanted to create kind of like a backdoor thing for iPhones.
Or did the government want to create the backdoor thing?
The government did.
Yeah.
But Apple was saying how, no, that's against our privacy policy. And so the debate was like, well, does Apple kind of push the privacy policy to the side for this and let the FBI in, or do they stick to it? That's what that was all about.
Okay, and yeah, but if it was so easy for a government entity to get
Right.
into Jeff Bezos' phone, and this was a terrorist situation, what the fuck?
Which, by the way, I'm just going to throw
seriously.
out, Apple doesn't have good security.
Really?
No.
You're an Apple guy? Well, you were.
I am still, I still prefer Apple.
Is that your burner?
Yeah. No, honestly, I'm going to level with you. I prefer Apple because it's for stupid people. It's simple. Samsung, you can do all this shit, and it's amazing. And I've utilized it while I've had one, but I don't like it. I honestly just like how cut and dry Apple is. Hey, your battery's at 20%. And instead of clean your battery, extend your battery by an hour, I'm just like, low battery mode. It's simple. I like it.
Like, hey, stupid, you have a text message. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but honestly, Samsung has better security. Apple makes this whole deal about their security, but because of how complex it is, Samsung has better security than Apple. It's just not advertised as much.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how to hack into a phone, but I'm pretty sure any basic hacker does.
My son could figure it out.
And honestly, if you have a RAM cable, just plug it into your computer. You can get into it like that.
That's a good point.
I've done that before because my friend locked himself out of a phone. I had to look up instructions, but we did it like that.
That's a good
It didn't
point,
wipe
though.
anything.
Like if you lose someone, if you find someone's phone and you want to look through it,
Yeah, it's
plug it into a computer. I never thought about that.
yeah. I'm not advocating that. Don't go out and do that. But
Mr. Trump or Mr. President, if you're listening,
yeah,
there you go.
You just gotta have Hillary swoop in and get Jeff Bezos' phone.
Yeah. Check it
But that's what that's all about. So I understand your point about why is it so easy.
like, yeah. Why is it so easy now? I mean, those were terrorists.
Right, and
We're
it
not
was
giving a
only
shit about
6 years
terrorists.
ago.
Yeah.
7.
It should have been easier back then.
Yeah, because
We had shittier phones.
yeah.
I don't know. That's,
I don't know, honestly, and I don't know why. If it is Trump, okay, why? Who cares that much that you want to see
It's just-
Bezos' dick?
it's just petty. It is incredibly petty. I want to move on to another. This is hopefully the last Trump story I have, unless something breaks. It looks like the government will stay open.
Yeah.
There were negotiations, and I believe that everything has already been signed that needs to get signed. The interesting part I find is, okay, if you're a good negotiator on something,
Okay.
do you take yourself down?
What do you mean?
Do you talk yourself down from a position? Okay, so
Maybe if it's like reverse psychology,
so
lure them into a false sense of security and then strike.
it was almost 2 years ago at this point. More like probably a year and a half ago. But the Democrats actually signed on to $25 billion for the wall.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump turned it down.
Yeah.
He said, no, it's not enough money. I want more.
Yeah. What do you
Er-
think you would? 25
Billion is a lot.
billion,
Yeah.
which is, if you remember, 20 more than he wants now.
Right. Well, and so, and that's the thing. Which, I mean, look, $5 billion isn't enough to do it. It was just to make
No.
a standpoint. But so, okay, December, the Democrats offer him $1.8 billion for the wall, and he turns it down. He says, "No, I can get more." Now he's compromising on a deal that is under $1 billion
Yeah.
for the wall,
I know.
and he's signing on to that. Is that the art of the deal?
So
like,
here's-
that's the shittiest art of the deal I've ever heard.
It's funny you bring that up. Today at work, I was just minding my business, and these two dudes next to me, one which I appreciate. He admitted, he was like, honestly, I'm just really uneducated on this stuff. He's like, I'm learning. I'm like, that's fine. That's totally fine. But the other one, he was talking about, well, you know, Trump's a good businessman. You know, running a business is a lot like running a country, which I call it was.
It's nothing
I was
like
no
that.
okay. So I was minding my business for about 5 minutes, and then he said that, and I kind of like looked at him. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay, listen." So I broke it down for him. But he was talking about. He's like, "Well, you know, I think that's why he's doing so many good things is because he's such a good businessman." I'm like, "Actually, he's not." And I gave him examples how he's not. You know, the fact that more of his businesses have failed than are successful, and the only reason these ones are successful is
Homeboy somehow bankrupted a casino.
yeah.
I could give
Right.
literally, they want to fight about aborted fetuses, and so I could give an aborted fetus a casino,
Right.
and it would still make
Right.
money.
I told him, you know, how more businesses have failed than not. How he'll sue his co-owners, whoever he's in the business with, out of the money. So if they're going down,
yeah.
he'll sue them. He doesn't pay his workers for building the buildings. I broke it all down, and it was really funny
There's a
because
ton of contractors.
they were just kind of quiet for a little bit, and the dude in the middle, he kind of looks at me. He's like, "Do you not have a rebuttal?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I'm surprised he didn't argue that point and be like,
He
"No,
couldn't.
it's fake news."
He couldn't.
I mean, because I've seen that a lot. You know, like I'm a big fan of Nick DiPaolo, right?
Yeah.
And Nick DiPaolo was on Joe Rogan, and
Nick DePaul's really funny, by the way.
and he's a huge Trump fan.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan started going in about his lies, and I was kind of embarrassed for Nick because Nick's first reply was, "What do you define as a lie?"
Oh, God.
Like, seriously, dude? And he's like, "Well, where are you getting this information?" Oh, well, and every site that Jamie pulled up from the Joe Rogan show, he was like, "Well, that's why. It's from there. It's from there. It's from like how many reputable or non-reputable sites do you need that say
Yeah.
the same thing?
Right.
Is it only Fox News? Is it only Breitbart? I mean, come on. Like, and then he started going on, well, yeah, but, you know, a lot of it is he's just shit-talking. You know, he's bolstering himself up.
But he's not. He's
But
got
it's
one of the
lies.
lowest.
I mean,
he's got one of the lowest approval ratings of any president.
he does. I mean, his not like that. He meant more like, you know, oh, we're creating 50 million jobs because he's just saying that because that's what salesmen do is they oversell what they're doing.
Okay,
That's
but
what
he also
meant.
has
But
more
that's-
bankrupted businesses than any president.
But again, though, that's still a lie. Like,
Right,
it doesn't matter.
right,
Like,
yeah.
that's a lie, regardless of what his intentions were, which how the fuck do you know his intentions? What, do you live up his ass, Nick DiPaolo? I mean, how would you know anyone's intentions? Doesn't matter. I was just kind of annoyed because I was like, ah, come on, man. Like, really? We're going to debate if Trump lies? Of course he fucking lies. They all fucking lie. Just on the good side of, hey, we are going to stay open. And for some reason, our president, I honestly, I think it's very patriotic what he's doing by saying I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need all that money for the wall. The wall is kind of a dumb idea. And that's why he's taking less money. That's what I assume anyway. I don't know why. I mean, because he is a good businessman, like you said. And he
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
a smart negotiator. Why else would he?
Right.
Why else would he?
He's
fuck
got
himself
something
that
up his
way?
sleeve. You just watch. Last minute, he's gonna get his, $30 billion.
It's usually like when I'm with, when I have a plan with my, when I want to be romantic.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ultimately, I just want a hand job. So I come in and I'm like, let's do anal. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
She's like, oh.
and at the end of it, when it's just a foot job, and I'm like, well, okay, I tried.
Compromise. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a whole fucking mess. Did you hear about Congress basically giving a middle finger to Trump?
No.
They ended the war in Yemen.
Oh, that passed?
It passed in Congress. It's going on. It passed. Let me look. I think it was 248 to 170. Yeah, 248 yays and 177 nays.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So, basically, for those of you who aren't up to date on this, Congress voted to end the war in Yemen. That passed in Congress, and now it's heading to the Senate, which they're pretty confident will pass as well. And of course, the White House has threatened to veto it. But the big thing about this that I absolutely love, this is where the big fuck you comes to Trump, is they used the War Powers Resolution of 1973, which basically says that while this is in effect, Trump has to get approval to deploy any military in foreign conflict.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So if this passes Senate and this goes all the way, Trump's going to have to get approval to do anything with the military. Basically.
I question if it will pass. I hope it does. I mean, this was something that O'Connor and Trump and Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and there's a few other they tried to pass last year. And I mean, and so for people who don't know, the reason why is because there is a genocide going on in Yemen.
Oh yeah.
It is an outright brutal situation there. Children are dying of starvation every day, 18, 19 a day. Numbers are probably lower now because there's less people. And then this comes on the backlash, too, of it's something I wanted to talk about. Saudi Arabia buys quite a few weapons from us.
Yeah.
Now, the stipulation is, hey, we'll let you buy our weapons, but they stay in your hands, or you are allowed to resell them to allies. But some Iranian militia members found our weapons in the hands of Al-Qaeda, where they got them from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So that, and I want to talk about that too, because it was something I was going to predict, that we're going to see Iranian militia with American weapons.
Yeah.
And, like, that's not how it happened. I mean, yeah, sure, they did end up with them, but it was because Saudi Arabia gave our guns to Al-Qaeda.
And it's not that crazy of a thought. I mean, name me one war when nobody has used the enemy's weapon. I mean, think about World War II. How many times do you think they ran out of ammo? And they're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I got to use this, Ruger.
Well, and I mean, that was a big thing for the World War II troops, too. The Americans, is to get a Luger and bring it home. I mean, that was like a scalp. But I think that takes that's a step too far for Saudi Arabia. They're openly
selling them. You mean
or selling or giving? I think they're giving them to Al Qaeda. I mean, to remember who was responsible for 9/11,
right? But
the
also
Saudis and Al Qaeda.
It is a step too far, but I don't think it's an unprecedented one.
I think it's enough for a lot of people in Congress. I mean, once
absolutely.
Which is where I think this bill might pass.
But I think we got to also look at who we're talking about here. That's why I say it is a step too far, but it's not unseen.
No, I agree. And I mean, look, I think like with everything in politics, there's a lot of compromise going on in certain people's eyes, which is why I love AOC, which is why I love Bernie Sanders, Ro Khanna. A lot of these people who are like, they have no compromise. This is what we need to get done. Let's do it. I think potentially, and we've talked about this because we've talked about like how great it'd be if we enter our 9th war.
Right.
Number 9. I mean, I know we're getting ready. We got a countdown. We got fireworks.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna say, okay, we will stop assisting Saudi Arabia in Yemen. But we're going to Venezuela, bitches.
Right.
And I could definitely see that happening, where there's a shift in that. Anyway, we killed all the people, got all the resources there. Anyway, let's move on.
Right. We've liberated them.
Let's kill more brown people in South America.
I mean, when you put it like that,
not a bad idea. Who cares if it arguably starts World War III with Russia? That's no big deal.
Right. No, and I don't see it ending well with Saudi Arabia. Well, I mean, in that sense.
No, I agree. I mean,
I hope that Congress kind of comes to its senses.
Did you see the tweet that Saudi Arabia put out? That basically threatening us to not fuck with MBS. Yeah, their prince.
Yeah.
Old Bonesaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put out a tweet that, and you can check it out. I don't know what it says word for word, but it essentially says like, any threat that comes to us will be handled with a stern fist, something along those lines. And it was a picture of MBS, and that's on the back burner of the fact that the Khashoggi reports have not been released, and they're leaking out slowly, and there needs to be
Mohammed
something.
bin Salem.
Yeah. MBS is everybody in the know calls him. I call him Mohammed Bonesaw. Yeah. So yeah, because we still have to deal with that. We know about Khashoggi. We know about all that information, and that has to be handled. Are you looking at the tweet now?
Holy shit!
Yeah, can you read it? Because
I'm not looking at that tweet. I'm actually looking at another tweet by him, Hassan Minhaj. I don't know. Sunday's on Netflix. I don't know if he has a show.
I love his show. Yeah, it's great. The Patriot Act.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great show.
You know what he said about him?
Huh.
He asked if somebody could Khashoggi him.
MBS said that about.
MBS tweeted. He
Hassan
said,
Minhaj.
"Can someone Khashoggi Hassan Minhaj?"
Holy shit!
Does anyone remember Jamal Khashoggi? These are actually his tweets.
So we have a dictator from another country threatening American citizens, and we'll put up with that shit.
And he's such a bitch too. Like, he also tweeted, "Oh, I forgot I own a Twitter account. When you own as much stuff as I do, you forget where everything is." Just like that stupid
Ew.
Da Vinci painting I bought. Has anyone seen it?
Has anyone seen Khashoggi's body?
I
I lost it around the mansion.
Wow. Wow. Here's another one. He shared an article, 251 journalists jailed worldwide, third worst year on record. He commented, he said, "We could have made it 252 if Jamal had decided not to die on us."
You see?
What?
We've got to I mean, as America, we have to address that. That was
Holy
Jamal
shit, dude. This is
Khashoggi-
all just Jamal. Like, has a picture of LeBron James in a shirt that says, "I can't breathe." He says, "Look at King James wearing a famous Saudi quote. Hashtag where's Jamal?" Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we have to react to this.
Dude, okay, this is not funny, but this is literally all about Jamal. British kids beating up Jamal, a Syrian refugee kid, and he shared it and said, "Not a good year for Jamals." Like, it's not funny.
Especially because this dude's a dick. Like, this guy is a man of power. And we're seeing more and more of these kind of people, by the way, who... Like, I'm sorry, you're not a comedian, all right? You know who was? Hassan Minhaj. That guy's a comedian, and
Yeah.
you're threatening to kill him.
I'm blown away looking at his page. He shared this thing, How to Get Away with Murder, ABC. He
No.
said, hashtag Netflix and chill. Like, come on.
Yeah. A dictator from another country actively killing one of our citizens. We have to address that.
Oh, this is the last one, I swear. These are all so
No, I
amazing.
know.
Here's
I'm
one
shocked.
that you'll love. Statement from President Donald J. Trump on standing with Saudi Arabia. He said, "God bless you, Donald J. Trump. He knows who churns his butter."
Wow. I mean,
What the fuck is that about?
that's I mean,
That's just saying right there. Like, come on.
I pay him off. He does good. I usually throw the hundreds at his chest after I've evacuated my balls.
Yeah.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
this
never
guy
looked
is-
at MBS's Twitter before. I'm kind of...
CIA concludes Saudi crown prince ordered Jamal Khashoggi's assassination. He said, "I guess I have to kill the CIA." Now he's threatening the CIA. What the fuck? How? I don't know, man.
Is it verified? I mean, part of me is like, this can't be right. Like, how are we dealing with this little shithead?
I don't know. It's kind of funny if it is, but
It'd be kind of funny if it was fake.
yeah. I don't know.
I mean, does he have the little blue check mark?
No.
Oh, really?
What does that even mean?
That means you're verified on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't? Well, you probably don't even know where to look, huh?
No.
Yeah, okay. I would be,
I hope it's not
Shocked.
true.
but
I hope not. Because if that's true, like, come on. There's no way that that's a real thing. If that's a real account, like from him, I'm gonna be like, what?
I'm actually looking now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know, because I really hope that it's just a fake account. Because if it's not, we're really fucked as Americans. Or our government, as I should say.
Well, because... Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just trying
No,
to
you're fine.
type.
I don't even know. I didn't know we had blue check marks. I want a blue check mark. Why am I not verified?
You don't have one?
I don't think so. How do I get a blue check mark?
I don't
For, the 2 times a month I'm on Twitter.
I know, I don't have
That's
one.
actually not even fair. I'm on like 2 times every year.
That's why I don't have one either.
Do you have to have a certain amount of followers, maybe?
I don't think... it was him.
No, thank God. Why do you think that?
Well, okay, I'm not sure.
Oh, man. Why?
Well, for one, he only has 3,000 followers.
Oh, really?
Like, it's clout gaming, nothing compared to my Facebook. There's only 14 tweets on this, too, so maybe I'm wrong. Let me look at this other one.
Well, the one I was reading had way more than 14. I think I read like 14.
Was a lot of it in Arabic?
No. I mean, there was some stuff in Arabic, but I didn't read that because I don't know how to read Arabic.
The one I think is correct is a lot of it is Arabic. Of course, that one only has 556 followers, too.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't even have a Twitter.
He's got to.
You think?
Okay, we need to rely on the we need to rely on our listeners to find out if those, because I mean I'm looking on Twitter and like there's so many Mohammed bin Salman accounts.
Really?
And like all the ones I see, there's no way they're him. Cuz this dude is a dictator. He's whatever. He's a leader of a major country. This one, he has 125 followers.
What was the tweet that you said? The initial one?
It was from Saudi Arabia.
Regarding?
Messing with Mohammed bin Salman.
I'm trying to find it. See if we can get a... recently?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from recent. I'm seeing something from 2017. Tell you what, though.
Is Twitter not blowing up in the...
Maybe not. Him and Trump sure do make a cute couple, though.
There's a lot of pictures of them together.
Yeah, a disturbing amount, actually.
They really... they're friends. They like to hang out, like to watch movies. Oh, my God. Well, I'm at one of their pages, and it's like just they post so much shit. Point is, I've seen this tweet, and it might have. I don't even know where I saw it, to be honest, but it was just threatening. Like, don't mess with MBS is essentially the phrase I'll go with. And yeah, with the thing you're talking about, with Yemen and everything else, I feel like it's something we have to address. Even if those tweets that you said if they end up being false, which I can't say yes or no, is I tried to do my own here off the fly, and we still have reports that he killed an American citizen.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have to handle that. It's good if enough of Congress got that passed to where we stop funding and aiding Saudi Arabia. I know a lot of people aren't going to be for that. And I'm always torn on that because doesn't that kind of why is a lot of the conservative white people, why are they such big fans of Saudi Arabia and Israel? Like,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not anti-Israel. I'm anti-Israel's government.
I think Israel, because of the religious aspect, would be my guess.
Isn't everything in the end religious to a lot of people?
Yeah.
Which-
And we've always wanted to stand by Israel. But I think initially it started off with a religious tense to it. But I think now people are just blindly saying we got to stand with Israel. And they don't really know why it started.
Like, we hate Jews in America.
Right.
But we stand by
White people are not
Israel.
welcome here.
Right. I mean, a bunch of people run around, Jews will not replace us.
Yeah.
And then the president says, no, there's some good people over there. Look,
Yeah.
they're not all horrible. You know, but Israel, they're fantastic. We love
Yeah.
every single one. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. I don't get it. And I mean, if we're going to stand with one country, why Israel?
I don't know.
There are other countries we'd rather be like
Russia.
good bros with. See, I would choose like Japan.
Really?
They got a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, but they have anime too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They got like a ton of people for work.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you were to pick one country that we should be really close with,
They're our neighbors too, actually.
I mean Denmark, obviously,
Fuck yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know why you choose Israel. For one, you never want to go to Israel's house. You know what I
No,
mean? Like, it's always
yeah.
hot there.
Right.
Like, their dad doesn't like to turn on the AC.
Yeah.
They have shit food because they won't eat pork.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be friends with. I think I would have to say my friend, my bro country would have to be like somewhere in the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good
they
point.
got good party supplies,
Yeah, because how many
hookers.
of course, how many people are so fond of Israel, but then if you ask them, be like, "Oh, you want to go visit?" They'd be like, "I don't think it's pretty toasty over
Pretty
there."
warm over there.
Do they have AC?
They
Do
live
they have
in
electricity?
They live in an awful neighborhood.
Yeah,
There's always something going on.
right. Like that's who you're a big fan of, though. Okay.
Yeah, why would that be your bro?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many other countries.
I guess I kind of have friends like that though. Where I'm like, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up, man?" But then they're like, "Hey, you want to come over later?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I've got this thing to do. Got a dog to fuck."
Sadly, that's typically your answer.
Yeah. Then they're so appalled they don't ever ask me to hang out again. Be like, "Can I bring the dog afterwards?" Or
Cody, you want to hang out this time? I got puppies. Ew, you're disgusting.
right.
What do you think I am?
Try to bribe me with your sick pleasure.
I need dogs, not puppies. That's a line I do not cross.
Right.
At least when they're mature, they can make their own decision.
God.
So before we completely move on, go to break, all that good stuff, there was another tweet that made news, so to speak, and has since been apologized for. And
Does it have anything to do with Roseanne?
yes, and her gingerbread Jewish people that she put in the oven.
Right.
No, it has to do with Representative Ilhan Omar, the Democrat, more progressive from Minnesota, Muslim. She tweeted essentially about a policy that I wish I could find the actual tweet. Give me a second. I'll pull that tweet up.
This is where we are with America. We rely on tweets for information.
It's really sad, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't want to give the wrong information.
Right. Which is weird because then whenever I Google search a tweet, I can't find it.
I know.
Like I tried finding that Saudi one for 5 minutes. I could not find it. And then I just ended up getting sidetracked onto some fanboys page.
Which is a fair point. Let me see. And you know what the hardest thing is you'll find something and then it doesn't actually give the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I could just go on Twitter, but there's a good chance that she deleted it.
Yeah.
Her thing was American political leaders' support for Israel is all about the Benjamins.
That's funny as fuck. It's all about those Benjis.
And I have like a lot of issues with this, by the way. The first one being she was obviously trying to be AOC. She was trying to be like hip and bring it in and whatever. On the same time, being progressive and saying you only support Israel because they pay you a lot of money. But holy shit, it caused a... I have to address this as appropriate as the conservative snowflakes just went insane and said she's an anti-Semite. Donald Trump said she should resign because of her anti-Semitic tweet.
That's saying something coming from him.
Right? I mean, it was there. We just mentioned that he was saying that some of the neo-Nazis marching were good people.
Yeah.
So her tweet got her in a fuck ton of hot water, and I still don't really...
No,
like,
why?
If I squint my head, or squint my eyes, turn my head, grab my balls, I might be able to see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you were to tweet about having your car broken into, and people said, "Oh, you're a racist because you were talking about black people."
Yeah.
Well, who said anything about black people? I just said my
right.
car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so she did say Israel, but she didn't say Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I'm in the same boat where, like, I think Netanyahu is a fucking scumbag. I'm going to talk shit. I mean, I'm lucky in the fact that she is Muslim. I'm an atheist. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I hate them all. It's a religion thing. I don't know. I'm really annoyed by this whole story because you have Northam in Virginia who did blackface. You have the guy under him sexually assaulting women. You have the guy under him doing blackface. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
She tweeted something that if you really held your, like, you know, your snowflake radar on sensitive titty mode, you might be triggered by that. Maybe. Yeah. But it's obvious she was quoting a song, and she was just talking about the fact that politicians are paid off by Israel.
What song was she quoting?
Yeah, it's Sean Puffy Combs song. All About the Benjamins?
No.
Yeah. I don't know the actual name of the song, but I just know that that's the chorus in there.
Sorry, I'm not hip like you.
That's like old. I'm pretty sure it included a rapper I haven't heard forever. I can't remember his name now. He's dead.
Probably why. Wow.
I don't know. But my point is that's what we're jumping like the gun on and saying, "Oh, she's anti-Semitic."
It's a religious thing, though, like you said. It's because she's Muslim.
I think
there's no other way. You know how many times I even saw a post the other day that was like, "Are we not concerned that we have this is what it said.
Yeah.
Do we have two Muslims in office with access to sensitive information? Not, are we not concerned that like they're threatening to blow us up because, you know, they aren't. Just straight out. Like, it was literally just blatant racism. It was like, are we not concerned that we have Muslims in office? No, I'm not.
That's really...
I'd be worried if we had radical Islamist terrorists in there.
Yeah,
but we don't. We just have a Muslim.
We wouldn't vote them in.
I'm more concerned about all the Christians in office.
Can you imagine the campaign for somebody who is a radical terrorist? Like,
right.
I'm for bombing more America.
Woo! Right.
People are like, yeah, I like that guy. He speaks his mind.
Right.
I'd have a beer with that guy
if
he could drink.
Right.
Yeah. That guy stands for his principles.
No, and it's sad, but I genuinely mean it. I'm more worried about the Christian religious folk in office. I really am.
I'm more worried about money in the office than
but I'm just talking religious.
I mean, because I think a lot of them, religion-wise, they just use it to control. Do you really think George W. Bush was a real strong Christian? Was he doing lines off his crucifix? I mean,
probably.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
how do you plan 9/11 without doing that?
Right. Homeboy is not religious at all.
No, same with Trump.
Furthest thing from it. Obama had so many different religions. Who knows which one he was in? Was he a Christian? Was he a Muslim? Was he
One
Hindu?
quick thing before we go to break. I just want to throw out. I shared that video of AOC basically breaking down how easy it is for Donald Trump to be a shit president. or a shitty person and get away with it because he's president. I don't know if you watched it.
I haven't. No.
Go to my page and find it. It's like a 5-minute video, but it is well worth the watch. She absolutely tears it apart. Basically explains how there's way more ethical laws applying to congressmen than the president. Just breaks down all these things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You should really watch it. I shared that, and someone commented, they're like, well, of course she knows how to break it down. Or how to be a bad person and get elected. That's how she got elected. I'm like, no, she got elected because people realized they want money out of politics.
Yeah,
she didn't accept PAC funding, and they never responded. I'm like, what? Why can't you just accept that maybe she's not a bad person?
I would argue, like, what basis is she a bad person? I'd be curious.
Right.
Maybe they know something I don't know.
Which I highly doubt.
And by the way, I think almost all people are bad people. Like, they're all capable of bad things.
Everyone's capable of something bad.
I mean, yeah. I've dipped a chip and then went back in for another dip before.
Wow, you are
Right?
chaotic evil.
I've peed in people's ice cream or ice trays.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah,
That's kind of funny, actually.
yeah, that's pretty funny.
They're like, oh, this tea is really salty. Yeah.
Why is my water yellow?
Yeah, that suck if they just pull out an ice cube and say, oh, that's fine.
You ever upper deck someone?
What's that?
That's where you take a dump in the reserve water that
my
comes
God.
down.
That's funny. No, I
So when
haven't.
they flush it, it's all brown.
No, I haven't. That's really
See, if you ask any of those people, they'd be like, "Man, he's a horrible guy."
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yes, my kid's like, "Oh, he's a good dude." I mean,
Right.
it all depends. Can I say AOC has never upper decked someone? I don't know. Maybe she has.
Maybe she
might-
put out a dancing video, so
She might be funner at a party than I expect she is.
I bet she would actually be really fun to party with. Maybe not now, but back when she was younger and more not in power.
Probably.
Or
Except
in
for it's
office.
Probably hard for her to pee in an ice tray, but she's still probably pretty
Yeah.
pretty fun to hang out with. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna take a break. And we will be back shortly. I think we're done with politics. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
I really hope so. Oh yeah, because we got to talk about some other stuff. We got to talk about Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, we will be back. Oh man. So here's the problem.
What's that?
While we're on break,
Yeah.
I have to pee.
Okay.
Remember we got in trouble for. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta go upstairs.
I am. You can be able to talk to the people while I'm gone.
Oh fuck! I forgot we're on YouTube.
See, I told you this would happen. I even said it to YouTube that we forget that we're still on. All right, I'm making a dashboard.
Are you going upstairs?
Yeah.
Don't do this. I don't want to. Can we just
I'm
we
too-
already told them that they may not get something. So can we just I'm kind of hungry. I want to grab a snack.
Grab a snack.
I'm for real.
I mean, I guess we could. All right, we'll pull away for YouTube. Will be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back, YouTube. Told you it would be a quick break, especially for them. Yeah, what do you think the chances are that we're gonna be full crew on Friday?
None.
Really?
At this point.
You don't think so?
Sorry for the ASMR video if you heard me chewing, but I was eating pretzels. So I got a question
Yeah.
about YouTube. Actually,
Oh, okay.
how do you access the live feed?
It's
I
not
had a
live.
friend message me.
Oh, it's not live. It's just they listen to us on replay after it gets put up there, which is the problem about not having a full crew.
Oh,
in
I
the
thought
last,
we were doing it
2
live
weeks.
on YouTube.
No,
Oh.
yeah. No, they just get to hang out during the commercials and during the songs. We could put all that in there, but I think we'd probably have to pay royalties and junk. And
Yeah.
who wants to do that? No, which is, the biggest issue about, I don't know, not having a full crew. is we haven't been updated in 2 or 3 weeks,
3, to be specific.
to be specific. And we've had a big show on Friday.
We do?
I mean, we've got a really awesome comic coming in.
Who?
Well, let me look to make sure that it might be him and again, let me make sure if it's just him or if it's actual tour he's on. If it's a tour he's on, then that's going to be a huge show. Okay, no, he's just got an opener. But Rick Gutierrez, who's fucking hilarious. And, yeah, I mean, dude has, like, Netflix specials. He's got, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with him.
Really?
Mm-mm. Rick Gutierrez?
Mm-hmm.
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. We don't like them Gutierrez. But, yeah, I mean, Comedy Central, Netflix, Showtime. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah, big stuff. Also, I wanted to let you know about something, and YouTube as well. There is a movie called Me and My Mates versus the Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, for real?
If you've never...
That sounds sick.
I'm not even done toward the part where you're like... You're semming right now. Like
I'm already sold.
You're not at a full hard on
Yeah.
yet. Let me give you the information that will just... boing. It stars Jim Jeffries.
No way. I'm so watching it.
I discovered it at like 3 a.m. last night.
It's probably a really shitty B movie.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
got to be. It has
Oh, you
to
haven't
be
watched it?
No, I just like I said, I just found it on Amazon last night at like 3 a.m.
When did it come out?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I just saw that the only way to watch it is you have to buy it for like $3.99.
On Amazon? You don't think it's on Netflix or?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I highly doubt it. But it would definitely be something that I would get. And
What's
I'm
it
going
called?
to. I'm going to buy it. Me and My Mates versus the Zombie Apocalypse.
Holy shit! I typed in Me and My Mates, and that's the first thing that comes
Well,
up.
it says it's Jim Jeffries.
Available on YouTube, Amazon Prime, Google, Vudu, and iTunes.
Yeah, which, by the way, fucking YouTube is kind of bullshit now because you can't get anything for free.
Came out in 2015.
Oh, so it might be semi-decent. This is after Jim Jeffries
It
had
got
money.
a 4.9 on IMDb.
Yeah,
But it also got a horror freak news rating of 3.5 out of 5.
See? It might be all right.
I wonder what Rotten
And it's
Tomatoes
got Jim
did.
Jeffries, so, I mean, how bad can it really be? By the way, we got 20 seconds till we're going back live. 10 seconds. 8, 7. I'm not going to count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and...
Welcome back, bitches.
Ew.
We're here. What do you mean, ew?
My penis just ran inside my body.
I was trying to be like Will, but okay, thanks.
You got to be way more aggressive.
Welcome back, bitches.
Chicken fuckers.
So we talked off air
Having a
about
stroke.
this kick-ass movie we need to watch called Me and My Mates versus the Zombie Apocalypse. Yeah, I got a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, but really good movies also get shitty marks at Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, but it looks like a real shit movie.
I don't care. It's got to be awesome. It has Jim Jeffries in it.
Yeah,
Okay, like that's all I need to know.
if
to
you
be
buy
sold.
it, you gotta let me watch it.
I have a lot of stuff. By the way, when are we gonna switch that around? When are you gonna start buying?
When I have money, when I own a business,
When
when
you
you can kiss my ass.
buying digital stuff. We got like 325 games. You gotta give me access to your PS4 account.
Listen, if I could, I would. You're welcome to raid mine, but
Hey,
you'll
I'm-
just get a shitty off-brand version of My Little Pony porn. That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is your favorite Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
Reminds you of where you want to be.
Yeah. And Rainbow Dash.
Is that what you call it when you have like a bunch of different men come at you at once?
A Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
Sounds all right to me.
And look too, my spending is gone way down because now I got that stupid car.
Yeah. How much are you paying a month on that
I
bitch?
don't know, like $250.
Holy shit. Well, you got a new one.
Yeah.
I compromised. I got a newer one, but it's still a 2011.
How long do you pay on? Like how long do you got?
60 months.
That's ours too.
Yeah. How long is that?
4 years.
Is it?
hmm
I don't know.
That was ultimately like my decision though, of why to go to a 2016 and 17 or whatever year it is because like I thought, well, if I'm going to be paying this for like this many years anyway, I might as well just pay the extra to get, I don't know, some stuff that I don't hate
Like
about
serious?
it. I really don't like. I mean, look, and you know my feeling about vehicles. I am not a car guy. I don't like I don't need the fancy bells and whistles of a car. I want a fucking reliable car that will get me from point A to point B, and I prefer to be able to just buy it and drive it off the lot. Like $3,000 or $4,000
Yeah.
a pop gets me like a shitty kind of like.
How much did you pay for this bad bitch?
It was only like 17.9.
79.
17.9,
Holy shit.
something like that.
That's a lot though.
Oh right, I know. No, I mean, because again, I would rather have like an early 2000s Toyota Camry.
Mhm.
That,
Oh, yeah.
like I can buy for like $4,000.
You know,
It's probably gonna last like a couple years, but doesn't matter. It's paid
not
off.
if it's a Toyota Camry.
Yeah, depending on miles. But yeah, I mean,
You know how hard I would have laughed if you'd have gone out and the next day came here with the same exact car.
that would have been awesome.
Like,
We're
I thought you
twinsies.
wrecked your old car. Oh, I did. This is the new one. It's the same thing. Yeah, same color and everything. All right, fuck it.
That's what I wanted to do. I really did.
If I were married to you, I absolutely would have let you do that. That's what I wanted to do. I've been looking for a car for a while, and
Actually, I didn't. Because every vehicle you've ever talked about is these big old like wheel kind of vehicles where they're jacked up and they look like you're going out to hunt people of color. I mean,
it
that's
just
what
caught
you're-
my attention. I never looked into a truck because mileage. I drive 35 minutes for work. I need to have good mileage, and then I drive an hour after the show. So I actually looked pretty heavy for a Toyota Camry because I've always been impressed with your car. And dude, finding one that like ran, that was the thing. I found a bunch of them for pretty cheap, but either the engine was fucked, the transmission was fucked. They didn't know
Right.
what was wrong. I'm like, fuck. So I finally just buckled down and got a newer one.
So you had no outside influences on your car purchase.
No.
See that's where I got fucked.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't. I got directed. Like I was gonna go look at some car lots. But the girlfriend actually took me to a car lot in town where I work that I didn't know was there. But that's about the only outside influence, which I'm happy she did because I found the car and I really like it.
Did you try? Was it just that car lot? Never checked another car lot?
No, we checked. We checked like 3 or 4.
Did you drive any of the other ones, or was
Mhm.
it just that one? Because see, that's one of my biggest things about this one is I felt like by the time
No,
I
we
checked
didn't
a couple,
drive any
I
of the
checked
other
a
ones.
couple. Yeah, I didn't either.
I just
didn't even-
drove the one, but we checked out a few at 3 or 4 others.
I didn't even talk to anyone at any of the
We
other
didn't
ones I
either.
looked- which I'm like, I probably should have. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like thinking about it now, after it's all said and done, I'm like, I really should have shopped more. But when you're in that car purchasing mode, and then you actually have to do the financing, do the insurance, like you're there for like 4 or 5 hours, and you're like, just shoot me in the fucking head.
I wasn't there that long.
Really?
No, dude.
Did you have like?
So this place where I found the car was the last place actually that we stopped. From getting there, going in, asking him about it, which he's just a retired old guy, so he just runs this car lot, kind of like to keep him busy. Talked to him, drove the car, came back. She actually test drove a car that she was interested. Came back, decided I was interested in it, signed some stuff and left. Maybe hour and a half, maybe. And we test drove 2 vehicles.
How did you get the like financing?
He finances
How much
through
was your car?
8,700.
Yeah, which I know you don't got that in the bank.
No, I don't. He finances through a bank, and so he we signed. I filled out some information. He got he sent it to them. Got in touch with them. They approved it, all that, and then I met with him like 3 or 4 days later, just because of my schedule, and then we pretty much sat down and hacked it out for 30 minutes, and I was good.
See,
Like it was a pretty honestly, I thought it was going to be like a 4 or 5 hour thing, and it wasn't.
Ours was well, and mine was that long. Also, because we were negotiating, because my car started at a certain price, and I was like, no, I'm not paying.
What did it start at?
Like it was 19.2.
You got him down a couple.
Yeah, but I had to be there for fucking ever. And then there was
I almost would have just paid the extra too.
there was all this like insurance that they wanted us to get, and like in my situation, I knew we needed like gap insurance, but I didn't want to pay
Gap
extra.
insurance?
Yeah.
What's that?
So, by the way, what a fucking fantastic conversation. But okay, so gap insurance is like, okay, if you have a vehicle, let's say your car, $8,000, get in a car accident in the next couple, let's say next year, right? And the insurance guy comes out and he looks at its value, and he's like, this is like a $5,000 car. That's what Blue Book says. That's what everyone says. It's I'm giving you $5,000. You still have to pay that $3,000. Gap insurance comes in and gives you that $3,000. Yeah, so you're good. Like, I wanted it for that one because it was over 15. You know, and I know car values, and I know, like, especially if it's not like a Jeep or a Jeep.
Yeah.
I can't think of another one that really holds its value well, but
Jeeps don't even.
if they're taken care of and well maintained and whatever.
Like mine?
No. Not like yours.
My redneck piece of shit.
Not like your piece of garbage, no.
I miss that thing some days.
It's pretty awesome.
It was
I
fun.
can hear you coming from like a
Oh
mile
yeah, it was
away.
great. One day, I still say that one day, especially when I pay this one off, I'm going to get a truck, but I'm gonna make it like a real redneck. It's not gonna be like a 2020 Dodge or whatever. It's gonna be like
a Tundra or something.
no, dude. It's gonna be a Danger Ranger. It's gonna be like an 06 Danger Ranger, and I'm
Like one of those that's always covered in dirt, even if it's nice
Yes,
outside.
yes.
It's like, what?
It's funny because I always call it the Danger Ranger because Kay, you know, the guy who was on here, Keegan, he was on the show, yeah. Our buddy, they were working on it, and they started it, disconnected the battery or the positive, and it kept running. And so they're like, okay, well, we'll run out of charge. Dude, it kept running for like 35 minutes.
Holy shit.
It wasn't until they took off the negative. It kept running. The only way to turn it off was like to push in on the clutch or something. Like it was some really weird thing that shouldn't be that way. Like it was fucked up. It was awesome though.
That's the shit. I mean, that's scary.
I saw this one video of this
Because you
guy's-
wonder how like if it doesn't
Oh,
work.
I know. He even pulled the key out and everything. Like he turned it off and pulled the key out and it was still running. I saw this one video. You know how some cars have the knob thing on the left side, kind of right by the steering wheel,
Yeah, yeah.
but like not on the steering column.
Right.
They turned it on. The only way to turn the car off was to turn the lights off, and then the whole car shut off. And then to turn it on, they had to turn it on bright and then turn the key. I was like, that's badass. That's the kind of car I want.
You want a really fucked up vehicle.
Yes, I really do. I want a really trashy redneck vehicle.
I want one with a remoteless start.
You know, this is the first car that I've had a fob with, which is fucking awesome.
No, that's not true. You've had one.
No, I haven't.
Didn't your red one have one?
My Neon or my Thunderbird?
Your Neon.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Maybe. I'm not sure what a fob is.
It's the thing with the lock and the
'Cause I
unlock
thought
and the
this
merge.
was-
That's a fob, yeah.
Yeah, you had one.
Did I?
Yeah, your Neon had one.
Oh, well, fuck that car.
'Cause, I mean, mine's like the one I'm driving right now is an 01 Nissan.
Fuck that car, though.
Something. It
Oh.
has one. Yours was an 02 or 03.
That takes a little out of the
But
joy of it. But I want to get a starter, but they're so expensive.
400 or 500 extra.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I know. Like, we got money. We can do it. But, you know, it also...
We do.
Well, like, okay.
Drop $400 or $500 on a fob. I can think of other things.
You want to hear something really stupid?
What's that?
My wife wants a
Could've just
backup
stopped it.
can. A
A
backup
backup?
cam in my fucking car.
Why?
Well, I guess you haven't seen my car, so... But, I mean, it's a fucking...
I know what they look like.
It's no bigger than your car.
Yeah.
She wants a backup cam. She bought a fucking backup cam, and she's like, "You just need to install it."
How much was it?
I have no idea. My question
They
is,
aren't cheap.
My question is, I just need to install. Do you know who you're married to?
You know what I'm gonna do? Back up.
I had to hire somebody to open up a jar of pickles. I mean, I'm not the manly guy who's gonna go around. And I told him, like, this is stupid.
What brand is it?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
Possibly Bosch, but I don't know.
Bosch.
I'm guessing.
Is it Bosch? Is it like what does it look like? Is it like a thing that you can put on?
So I haven't seen it. It's in
Oh.
the trunk of the car.
Well, I tell you what, the cheapest one I'm seeing is $80.
How big is it? Because I do know that it's a 4.5 screen or whatever.
4.5.
Uh-huh.
Well, this one is a 4.3. And
Might-
it's 80.
Might be it. I don't know.
I'm just saying it's 80 and this is a 4.3. So basically you could be looking at $100.
But it's stupid.
And for what?
Is my point.
Like, can you not just turn your
Can you
head?
not turn your head? I mean, we have this thing. It's this new invention. It's called a rear view mirror.
You know, I'm kind of surprised yours didn't come with one. A lot of the newer cars, less so trucks, but more so like sedans, when you put it in reverse, it automatically switches. Do you have like
That's what
a
she wanted.
screen where the...
Yeah,
Yeah, see, usually when you put it in
I
reverse...
know. And she wanted one. It was like,
Why, though? Can you not back up?
I know. It's the easiest.
You know how
thing
many
to
times
do.
I've backed up and never hit something?
Correct.
Every
right.
time.
Yeah. No, the thing has like sensors where like it will stop you from going into another lane.
Even that, yeah.
I mean, which I don't need it, but
No.
why do you need a backup cam? Like, what do
Yeah.
we back? I mean,
The only thing...
I don't live in like a really congested city.
No, yeah.
I live in suburbia.
The only thing that I get behind with that I would like is the little things on your mirror that says when someone's in your blind spot or coming up on you.
Yeah.
I like those. I look over my shoulder every time I change lanes. It's a good practice.
It's really hard in these new vehicles, though.
Dude, I know. Like this one that I'm in now, I'm even kind of like my left shoulder I'm fine because I'm right there, but my right shoulder, just how it's built, it kind of slants up a little bit. So I'm kind of like stretching. So it would be nice, but I just think that's one thing that is really important because even when you look, sometimes your blind spot for a reason.
You're right. You're right.
But
No, and I think that this thing has that. I don't know. It's got all sorts of stupid shit.
on this episode's car talk,
I know.
which is weird because we're not car guys.
Yeah, with the most uncar guy. No, I miss my boxy, shitty car. Like,
Yeah,
or I can
I'm
just like,
gonna
turn
miss-
my head and I can see. I can see
Right,
it
for
because it's
real.
a fucking box.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, let's maybe not talk about cars anymore.
Talk about video games.
Yes, let's talk about something else that's marginalized. No, Kareem Hunt signing with the Browns.
Yeah, let's talk about something that's not marginalized.
Yeah, a lot of people care. You're gonna have a lot of people. I mean, and if they don't, fuck off.
Here's the problem:
Okay,
is
we
that
give
the
you
same people
cars,
who are
we
interested
give you-
in football is probably interested in cars.
Yeah, but
So
not the
they didn't care
Not
before-
the cars we were talking about. Maybe the one you were
Yeah,
talking.
yee!
Yeah. The cars we were talking about, like fairies.
Yeah, right.
Don't care what those little, those
Your little
little
pixie dust car.
rainbow wearing people are driving.
Yeah, so fucking Browns.
Yeah. Why has that not been a thing?
What do you mean? It has been a thing.
I
I've
have-
seen it so much.
I haven't heard a lot of outrage.
I've heard it. Oh, not outrage.
Yeah, I just saw that he got picked up by the Browns, and I've seen that everywhere.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen all the outrage. I mean, I've seen more shit about Ilhan Omar's, like, her fucking, I don't know, baseless tweet
Mm-hmm.
and the outrage of that than I have that
What outrage?
Kareem Hunt. Wait, fucking, he kicked a bitch. I mean,
Okay, but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
did he?
In fact, like Mike Cannon had one of the best tweets on this that I've seen, and he's like, if he was caught with drugs, he would literally still be suspended.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is he didn't kick her at full power.
I mean, I said that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He didn't kick her at full power, otherwise she'd be like dead. Because he has strong legs.
I
But
don't think he's got like a robot leg.
I don't know if he kicked her in the head, maybe.
Maybe.
But he didn't kick her at full power.
He
And
kinda-
there's
he-
argues
he
that it's
kinda-
self-defense.
He kind of tapped her on the butt, and I get that. But it was such. Here's my issue, I guess, is coming from another perspective. Is that was so outrageous that the Kansas City Chiefs had to release him.
Mm-hmm.
So they lost a first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Gone. Now they don't get recouped for that, and the Browns pick him up.
There it goes. It's taking off again.
And so, you know, what do the Chiefs get in that? Nothing.
Nothing.
They just got fucked.
They just fucked themselves.
I mean, what you say, fuck themselves. If they didn't at that time release him, that would have been really bad. Everyone would have been, oh my God, they got a woman beater on their team.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it really only worked out against Kansas City. And then my other issue is Le'Veon Bell still not picked up by a team because he likes to smoke weed.
Brown should get him too.
And Colin Kaepernick still not on a team because he likes to protest.
Mm-hmm.
But you like to beat women? Come on back. We got plenty of room for you.
Or kill people.
Yeah, or kill people. Yeah.
It is weird how the domestic side of things always is really shirked off. Like with what was it, Zeke?
Yeah, or Reuben Foster is a good argument
Yeah,
to that.
Reuben
I mean,
Foster, Ray Rice.
Ray Rice was also sucking. So,
Yeah,
but
I think
he
it was a publicity
He
stunt.
was allowed to try to come back.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Ricky
these guys-
Williams though. Ricky Williams
Yeah.
like smoke weed. He's gone.
Yeah.
We're done with him.
Or old, what was that quarterback from Texas? Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, who's changing lives in Canada.
Yeah, I guess.
Apparently, I don't know. I mean,
Did you watch the AAF game, by the way?
no,
I mean, either. But did you see the hit from it?
no, I didn't see anything.
Oh, dude, I want to show you this. This dude the quarterback got bodied bad. Like, I don't know AAF rules
I don't.
if
yeah.
it counts or not, but it was like an absolute helmet to helmet. Like, it popped his helmet clear off. Oh, God, yeah, here we, oh, God, yes.
No, I don't know. I don't see why there isn't some. I don't know why there isn't some outrage about the Browns.
Why they
picking
pick
them
and
up.
choose what they're upset about?
Yeah, and like my argument being is like the Browns already have a good running back, so they're just going to use him as fodder for trade. I'm
Yeah.
sure, or the other one for fodder for trade. It was. I mean, and at its base, if the Browns took one hell of a risk by grabbing him and not getting any sort of shit for it, but they're going to be able to turn that into something out of it. I don't even think Kareem Hunt was that great of a running back, to be honest.
Oh, I do.
Here's my argument with that is that Damian Williams came in and was doing just as well, if not better.
He did do pretty good.
So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can interchange a running back out that easy and they're that well, and they still do well, then, maybe the running back wasn't that good.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's see this hit.
Just bodied him. Wait,
Did
they
he
should
get
do
up?
it. Huh?
Did he get up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's like, oh, fuck, that hurt.
What the fuck is that, though?
What?
AAF.
I don't know. Watch this.
American.
Boom. Absolutely.
Yeah, that
helmet
was
to helmet.
totally helmet to helmet.
So I don't know their rules. I don't know what the AAF is. American Anal Football?
Yeah, it looks like it from that quarterback's
Yeah,
perspective.
for real. It's like, fuck. Dude.
Like, but and who are these players?
I don't know. I can look it up.
No, I mean, like, are they college? Are
Yep.
they just like your
That's what I'm looking
average
up.
dick who?
Just us.
Yeah.
We can walk on an AAF. If we did, we'd end up like the quarterback.
Do you remember XFL?
Vaguely.
Like, it was only
Vaguely.
around for like a month, I think.
Yeah.
Well, no longer than that. I think it did go like a year or two, but they tried to make storylines out of it.
Yeah.
And like some players had like names that were like phrases. Because there was that guy, You Hate Me. Was that his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like it was a weird fucking name.
So the Alliance of American Football,
Ew.
yeah, I know, is a professional American football league founded by Charlie Ebersol and Bill Polian. It opened play on February 9th, 1 week after the Super Bowl. AAF consists of 8 centrally owned and operated teams.
But they don't say like if they're.
You know, it says people also ask, is the XFL coming back?
That's what I want to know.
Nearly 2 decades after it faded away.
We need Vince McMahon's football back.
Wait, nearly 2 decades after it faded away, the XFL, Vince McMahon's competitor to the NFL, is coming back.
What?
The Football League will begin games in 2020 with the official announcement coming late Thursday, according to CBS. That was on January 25th.
So it's officially coming back.
I guess so, yeah. Holy shit.
What's wrong with basketball? I mean, like, I like basketball.
I tell you what,
Why can't we just switch sports?
AAF, they make an average of $75,000 per year or per season.
The players?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean,
Ouch.
listen,
I mean, that's good for me.
that's almost just like a good working job.
Again, yeah, I mean, like, if
Like,
you got a college degree,
You know what I
you
wonder?
might be hitting around. But, like, you're also not pulling a football helmet up your asshole. Like,
Yeah,
at the
for
end of
real.
a game. Like,
So,
in 20 years, you're able to walk right.
hang on. I'm doing some math here real quick.
On a regular job as opposed to working for the AAF.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's absolutely no guarantee the AAF will go. Because I have heard nothing about it. You're the first one who's... I remember them talking about on Sunday when I was watching TV, stay tuned for the AAF, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck
So
it.
they're basically making like $38 an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I was curious like what it was per hour. 40 hours is 76,800. So let's say 37 dollars an hour. Okay, where I work,
They're probably driving.
if I was there,
themselves
for a few more years, I could get a job that pays like 30 or 31. And I could get a salary job that pays more than that. And you know what I'm not doing? Getting my head bashed in.
Yeah, you don't have... Yeah, your balls up in your throat.
Yeah, for real.
Wow. Yeah, and again, the longevity of the AAF would be, what, a year?
Oh, it'll die
Maybe
once
two.
the XFL comes back.
Even the XFL can't make a go of it.
Nah,
Let's
the
be
XFL
honest.
will
You
make
got
it.
the NFL, you got NBA.
Vince McMahon. Vince
MLB.
McMahon.
I mean, Vince McMahon's having a hard enough time keeping wrestling going,
Yeah.
from what I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not a wrestling guy, really.
Yeah, me either.
Like, if it's on, I happen to catch it, like, I'll watch it for, like, just a little bit. But I saw this whole video on YouTube, which is really, I found really interesting, is getting into, like, the behind the scenes of wrestling and listening to, like, these wrestlers talk about stuff, which is where I found the Shocker video, which is...
Shocker?
Oh, did I not? Have you not experienced the Shocker? The Shockmaster.
No.
Oh, dude. I know I've
Is this
played
something I need to look up?
Look up Shockmaster on YouTube.
Like WWE?
Yeah. Or WWF.
Oh.
Hold
Okay.
on. We got to get that in.
I'm plugged in.
Okay, good.
It's called what?
Shockmaster. The Shockmaster was supposed to be Hulk Hogan. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, he was supposed to be this huge wrestling entity.
Is there like... Here, yeah, I'll turn it around.
Play the first video. That
The
should be fun.
unforgettable debut?
Yeah.
Why does he have a glitterly...
That's his
Oh my
outfit.
a glitterly Star Trooper thing?
He wears like a Captain Caveman vest and a storm.
Reach its epic conclusion.
Sure.
Ow. Thanks,
Kingdom Hearts
Cody.
3, by the way.
Great game. Almost done with it. think I'll beat it tonight.
Shit, I've been wanting to play it. Ah, Ric Flair.
Look how shitty their acting is, too. Just yelling over each other.
Hey, they're going to tell us before you get carried away who their special tag team partner is, brother. You better cool down. Now you shut up. I'll cool down when I want to, Sting. It seems to me
Calm down,
that
Flex.
you're as smart as you act like you are. You wouldn't have waited this close to War Games to tell everybody who your partner is. Well, do you want me to tell you right now when I'm talking? No, you shut up when I'm talking.
Bad.
So bad.
What
Watch how they react.
Who our secret partner is? Come on, Sting. Come on, baby. No, I won't tell him. Bishop, I'm not gonna let Sting tell the people.
Come on, Shockmaster.
Our secret partner is gonna
This will be worth it. Just
all I have to say is our partner is going to shock the world because he is none other than the Shock Master! All right. The Shock Master!
he tripped.
These pyromaniacs went off,
Pause it.
and he tried to come through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man, and he tripped over it. His helmet fell off and everything.
Okay, so that's funny, right? That
Right.
and he's like grabbing to cover
Yeah.
up his like balding head. Looking like he's like a badass.
I
and he
wanna watch
trips
that
and-
again. That was funny as fuck.
Other than the Shock Master! All right. The Shock
and you can hear. Okay,
He's
so
like,
pause
oh
it.
god,
Yes.
oh god.
So that's coming from behind. That's because here's the other thing
Behind
that's
the
really
wall?
funny about this is since he has that weird fucking helmet, he can't talk. So it's actually another wrestler who's doing his voice. And you
Really?
can hear that microphone picking up people like, oh god. Now when you play it, watch how he starts acting like he's talking when it's the other guy talking. Because like I think it's Sid Vicious or one of them who's talking. He thinks it's him.
I don't care who you are, boy. I don't give a damn who you are. You're gonna have us. You're gonna have Van Vader.
You see the
Can he
shock-
not see?
Can you see the Shockmaster thinks he's supposed
Yeah.
to be talking?
So you're the man that rules the world.
Oh,
They call me the Shockmaster. You've ruled the world long enough, Sid Vicious. Get ready. Come on, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? Come and get me. Come after me, Sid.
oh.
I'm ready. Along with Davy Boy, Sting.
It is the funniest
Dusty
shit.
This is
Rhodes.
so bad.
We'll see you at the Fall Brawl at the War Games.
That's it for the fun. But I mean, that moment. I mean, that was supposed to be the new Hulk Hogan, just falling on his ass. It's like
That was the
drunk and
best thing you've
fat.
ever shown me.
Oh, it is without a doubt one of the funniest things.
Did he ever wrestle?
No. Well, how I found out about it is he was like one of their boys. I think he was a wrestler before.
Oh, he does. He has a match.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Shockmaster versus Chris Sullivan. Oh, he's a big old boy. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's and like
Holy shit.
under that mask, he was somebody else, like somewhat famous, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not. in
I was
re-
wondering why he bothered covering his face.
in the wrestling world, I guess. But he was trying to rebrand who he was. He was tired of being some dude, and now he's gonna be the Shockmaster.
I think we should really take up wrestling.
I think we couldn't do any worse than that. But
Oh my god, look at this guy's hair. Hold up. If you don't do your hair like this. Look at it. It's like shaved on the side, a flat top, and a mullet.
I like it.
It's beautiful.
I actually think that's a pretty good look. I'm gonna start doing that.
I am too.
No, that's how I found out about the Shockmaster video, is watching like behind the scenes and like stuff that people don't know about wrestlers. I don't even give a fuck about what's going on in wrestling
Yeah.
right now. But I saw this whole thing about how they were showing two videos side by side, one that was doctored and one that wasn't, and the one that was doctored was going out to the television broadcasting and whatever, and it looked like just this full stadium. But the one that wasn't doctored, it was like maybe a shitty high school game. Yeah.
For what? A match?
Yeah, for like Monday Night Raw or one
When
of
was
those.
this?
I don't know. I didn't look at what date it was, but it was just like
Like
showing
recently?
you- Yeah.
In the WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
That the WWE is not nearly as good as you think it is, and like they'll show, like when they show the crowd, they're just showing parts, and then when they do the whole like drone view, A lot of it's from like a main event or something from like a pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah, it's not even like the people there.
Wow. That'd be funny if like they do that, but they fuck up and you just see John Jones versus
Right? Yeah, like,
like
Hulk versus the Undertaker.
right.
Wait, what? But yeah, I mean, so yeah, I don't know. Just saying, McMahon's having a hard enough time keeping the wrestling thing going.
Sounds like it.
Even though I think part of it too, I don't know. I'm just guessing here, is that they kind of moved to care more about the women wrestlers, and which I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like their base might.
No,
You know,
I never liked watching the Divas.
I like them now.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, like, look up Becky Lynch injury.
Is it real?
Yeah, it's like one of the only.
Damn, I typed in Becky and Lynch, G, Tuttle, Hudson, and Watts.
Who?
Those were different people.
Oh. Who's Becky Lynch? Tuttle, Hudson, and Watts? That's like a really bad movie.
Injury report.
I don't care.
It's serious.
No, just
Oh,
show
I
the-
know who she is. No, wait, that's
She's
Ronda
pretty
Rousey.
hot.
Oh, was she fighting Ronda Rousey?
No,
Oh.
She did fight Ronda Rousey. I don't
Why
know.
is she? Do I need to watch the video?
Yeah, I can kind of give you where to skip to
'Cause
if I
it's
can.
3.5 minutes long.
Right.
Are you interested in a Best Western promo video?
I am.
Well, that sucks. It's an unskippable one too.
Oh no.
It's only 10 seconds left, but
Oh.
still,
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant the video itself. And I was like, oh, because this is kind of long.
it is.
Oh, the actual video?
What? No, Dad.
Dad. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see where it
This
starts.
Sunday,
hold
Survivor
it.
Yeah. Go like halfway through.
Series is personal. It's all about
Alexa Bliss. I think that's who that is. She is fucking hot. She has an amazing ass.
Oh, God, that kick was. Oh, fuck. That was actually pretty brutal. Give her the chair.
Okay,
Oh.
none of that was. Yeah, it was before that. Okay, go back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, look at her face.
Fuck. What's wrong with her face?
damaged.
I don't know
Here?
what she- Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. God.
I think it was there. I don't know. But she broke her orbital bone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Going back here.
But see, that's not like the divas you remember.
No, it's not. Which one is Becky Lynch, though?
She's the redhead.
The one that was kicking ass?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The one running. Yeah.
That's Ronda Rousey.
That's no. Well, she was running out.
Oh,
of
yeah, I
the-
don't blame her. Oh, fuck, dude.
What if they show her when she finally,
Ronda Rousey's hurt. Her arm is damaged.
like, she'd already broke her orbital bone?
Like, it's actually broken here?
Yeah, yeah. Because she's squirting blood everywhere.
And SmackDown is not done yet.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Why is her face all fucked up?
Because she broke her orbital bone.
No, her face was red.
Who? Which one?
Becky Lynch. See,
Yeah,
there's
she's the
blood.
one that broke her orbital bone.
Oh.
Like, it's fractured and broken right now.
Fuck. You know what I love though? This is my favorite thing about this video is that Ronda Rousey comes in full UFC apparel. Like check
Yeah.
this out. She comes in and like throat punches one person. Like and then just flips this one.
With one arm.
When did she break her arm though?
Apparently, okay. So I only know this because I've watched this injury enough that Becky Lynch did it to her, but she didn't really break her arm. That was all fake.
Oh.
Yeah, she. Did
I thought you
some-
said she broke her arm.
No, well, I'm just saying she was only using one arm.
So she didn't really break her arm.
No.
Oh, well, that was disappointing.
No, but Becky Lynch really did fracture her orbital bone
When?
in that fight there. Like that's why she was all bloody because someone before that punched her, Like they got her really hard.
Oh,
with an
really?
Elbow. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was fucking Ronda
So
Rousey.
she was like holding her head down and just blood just draining. into
I
her
really
hand.
think it was Ronda Rousey, dude. She came in fucking fighting everyone. That's why, like, okay, I would do the same thing if I was with, what's his nuts? Big dude, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, yeah.
Lesnar.
Just coming with a
Dude, if
sledgehammer.
no, for real. Like, if I'm in that midst of, like 10 people fighting and I see him come out, I'm like, nope. I'm fucking
going
out of
the
here.
other way.
For real. Same thing with Ronda Rousey. Even if it was a bunch of dudes, I'd be like, nope.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if it's WWE or not. She's trained. I'm not fucking around with her.
Which is why I would trust her, but because there's another video that I ended up watching, and it was called 10 Moments Where WWE Stars Save Each Other. It was really good because you could see, like, this dude was like, he was doing some kind of corkscrew spin off of the top rail, and he was trying to land on, I think it was Lesnar. I don't know. But Lesnar noticed that he was coming down and his head was going to hit the apron, like, straight down, like, snap his neck, and he jumped in the way and caught him and pulled him onto him.
Really?
Yeah, there was like a bunch of those. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, it's interesting to know how much they have to know
Yeah.
about each other. There was like one where Jeff Hardy was gonna he was running up the ring or whatever, and he was gonna backflip onto some guy, and he slipped he was about to fall over, like straight over the side, and I think it was Jericho like stopped him and pulled him back and like made it look like he had a move on him, but it was like totally not planned.
Really?
He just saw him slip, and so he made that move to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then there was one where Jericho was doing that like backflip thing on it, but he didn't get the flip in, so he was about to land on the back of his head.
Oh, fuck.
And someone, I don't remember who it was, but he like raised his knees to kind of catch him with his knees in the middle of his back.
God, that still hurt though.
It would hurt. It would definitely still hurt, but I
But
mean, way better than
snapping
broken
your
neck.
neck,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I watch that shit.
That's pretty cool,
I don't
though.
give a fuck about wrestling.
Yeah, I like the behind the scenes stuff.
Interesting. Yeah, like how. Well, that was like when we were watching the
I was
matches
about to
here.
bring that up actually. And who was it that was talking to? It was Bubba Sutton, and he was like, he was the one hurt actually. I don't remember who it was telling us. He was like,
Preacher.
yeah, he was like, nah, he's like actually hurt. And
Preacher's
we're
like,
like,
he didn't do that jump right.
yeah, and I was like, are you sure? Like, I
could you
didn't
tell?
totally believe him because I was like, I mean, come on, they all act like they're hurt, but he was like, no, he's like actually he was like he fucked up the jump. He landed wrong, is what it was.
Yeah, another
and
guy
I was like,
landed on
I
him
never would have
wrong.
known that.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
But if you notice, we didn't see him the rest of the night.
No, he was out. Probably
So I was
bruised
like,
ribs or something. But yeah, like,
It's interesting, like how well you have to know it to see, be like, that, that, and not only to see like when someone just lands wrong, because that's easier, but like
maybe.
it is because you can always tell the final product fucked up, but like, to be mid-air and somebody notice that they fucked up and
Or,
counter
like,
it
Yeah, like, oh, he's
and
off.
make it look like a move.
He's off his projection a little bit.
like,
so yeah,
wrestling's fake. We're aware of that.
100%.
But it's still impressive. Like if you can notice that and counter it and make it look like you're pulling something over, that's impressive. I gotta give it to him.
It is, yeah. And I don't know how they do some of.
And you're not completely immune to injury.
No,
like,
no. In fact, I
You
think
wouldn't
that's-
catch me jumping off a, however high pole it is.
You wouldn't
on-
see me climbing the ropes. I
No.
mean,
And even landing on someone, like that still hurts.
and you're not really landing on anyone.
Yeah, but you're still smacking that thing. Like it can't feel good.
No, God, no. Again, I'd get like to the second rope and be like, all right, we're good enough.
I'm done.
I'm not going up there. How do you support yourself? But there's guys who jump off the top rope and they land with their feet on another person. I don't know how the fuck they fake that.
I don't know.
Because,
I don't know.
yeah, I just don't see the way to fake it. But whatever.
Just be a man and take it.
Yeah, some stomp on your crotch.
Right.
It's only a 20-foot jump. It's
Yeah.
fine.
And at least a 200-pound guy.
Yeah, right on
No
your
biggie.
balls. You're fine. You don't have to worry about it.
By the way, broke 200 pounds.
Oh, proud of you.
203.
Wait, I thought you were going the opposite way.
No, I'm going up.
Yeah, usually I thought,
I'm kind of okay with it, though. I wear weight better than, first of all, a lot of people. Second of all, I look better with weight than I do skinny. I've always looked better with weight.
You know that kicker that we know? The field goal kicker?
Goskowski?
No. personally.
Oh yeah, sure.
He got fat.
Really?
Yes. I saw him a couple days ago. I know this is personal. No one gives a shit. But the guy was a kicker for a college football team just like a year ago. Like,
Yeah.
He was playing last year.
He was playing arena football
Yeah, he's playing arena football. And he was
currently.
He was trying out for the Chiefs this summer. Like, he was probably, what, like 180 maybe?
Nah. Yeah, actually,
He's
probably
a big dude. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe even a little bit
He was
bigger.
tall, so yeah, I'd say like 180, 190 maybe.
Yeah, he's probably pushing 250.
Are you serious? Holy shit.
I don't know how it happened.
Are him and his girlfriend still together?
He's just kicking cupcakes in his mouth.
That's funny. No, I'm okay with my extra weight, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't mind. I mean, like, granted, if I'm going to start eating a little better and try to slim down and put on more muscle, I really don't mind my weight, though. I just kind of meant to be, like, a heftier person. And I'm okay with that. I really am.
Good with the dad bod.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. So I look good with a dad bod, I think.
I mean, I think everybody feels like that because they don't want to admit that they need 8-pack abs. Like, have you seen Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That dude fucking bulked the fuck up.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he has an 8-pack.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not even normal abs. His, like, abs come out.
Yeah.
Like, they attack you when you walk
Yeah.
by him.
No, I don't think genetically, like, I can actually be, like, a fit. Not fit, but I feel like I can't genetically be, like, the 6-pack. Because I have people in my family who work out, like, hard. And they don't have that.
Yeah,
like,
but
they're super strong, and they're more, like, Chicago strong. Like, they're fat strong. Like, you look at them, and you're like, ah, what a fat piece. But, like, they're really strong.
But, like, are they just eating salads and they only drinking, like, water and,
No, but they do
Because-
eat pretty healthy.
a lot of them, are on diets, too. I
Yeah.
mean, who was it? Gerard Butler,
Yeah.
who, like, I think just preparing for 300, he was like, yeah, once you... He was almost dehydrating himself all the time because water adds so much. Like, it kind of poops you out a little bit.
And I think that may honestly be part of the reason that I've put on weight is because I've been drinking a lot of water recently, which is bullshit.
And beer, but
I cut back on the beer, actually.
really,
Yeah,
you're still drinking at all, or no, not really.
not much. Like, last time I had a beer was a couple weeks ago.
Jesus,
Yeah.
what's happening to you?
I have, like, one every couple
Are you
weeks.
getting old? You're getting old.
I think I am. Like, don't get me wrong. I love a good beer every now and then, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I just,
most of the time, I just sit there with the paper,
Yeah.
watch my
fill out
Nightline
the
news,
crosswords.
in bed by 9 o'clock, watch my Dick Van Dyke.
That's not totally false. I shoot for 9 o'clock. Like, when I get home tonight, I'm probably going to be like, all right, it's time to call it a night.
Matlock's on, so I'm gonna have to just turn in.
No, but, I'm
Nice warm glass of milk at night to help me sleep.
I think a year ago, if you'd have asked me, be like, if you broke 200 pounds, how would you feel? I'd be like, oh, I'd feel shitty. I'm not. Like, I'm really okay with it.
You might also have like a 3-pound shit in you too, so
No,
You might go
not
back under.
anymore. Actually, it's funny you
not
bring that
after
up.
lunch.
No, it's funny you bring that up because yesterday at work, I literally stopped the toilet.
But you're gonna have hemorrhoids too.
It burned. It did burn a little
Oh
bit.
no!
Like, do you ever? No, okay. Real talk. Do you ever have those shits where like it comes out really easy? Like you don't have to push or anything.
No, not with the burn.
Yeah, it burned a little bit. Like I had too much spicy food or something.
Well, did you?
No, I didn't have any spicy
Was
food.
it normal color?
Yeah, I looked because I was like, oh, I hope it's not like bloody, and it wasn't. No, it was cool.
Would it be bloody?
I don't know. Why's my asshole burning? You tell me.
That's a fair point.
But I was actually worried because I was like, man, I didn't push or anything. I really thought I was like, I hope I don't have hemorrhoids. But I looked and it was cool.
Well, no. So usually, if you have like one of those like really hard, like you almost feel like
Oh, yeah.
like you could chuck it against someone's head and it would knock them out. You know, like, you ever had a dehydrated shit?
Yes.
It just feels like you're shitting out rocks.
Yes, dude.
That's the shit that'll give you a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, no.
I know this because I had one
Yeah.
a couple weeks. Like, I think it was this weekend, and like I've noticed in the last few
you get
days.
hemorrhoids?
I think I got one.
Really?
I got one brewing.
Can't you die from those?
No,
A hemorrhoid?
No.
I thought you could like bleed to death.
no, no. In fact, most of them don't even.
You've got one brewing and stuff.
I kind of feel like there's an uncomfortable. You know what it feels like? It feels like you still have like a shit like.
Oh,
right
yeah, I'm
in
sure,
your
'cause it's a
colon.
bulge, isn't
Like,
it?
Yeah, kind of.
In your colon.
Like on the outside of your colon, you know,
Oh, God.
ready to. And so you like, but I don't know if I have one or not, or if I just ripped my asshole a little bit. I'm really not sure on that.
Wow.
It was a monster. I don't even know why, because I'm pretty hydrated. I have a feeling it has to do with me being sick.
It could be. You know, I tell you what I hate. It's after I'm sick with like a cold, all that drainage, and you
Yes.
shit, and it's like green and it smells.
Yes.
It's like, oh god,
Yeah, it was like that, but also like pebbles, like a big old
you're probably dehydrated.
boulder, and then like some pebbles came out. I felt like a fucking goat. It was weird, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that might have.
That sucks.
It's part of getting older. That's what you love about
Yeah.
live. Anyway, you want to read our live read so we can leave?
Yeah. All right.
So anxious.
Revolution Auto Sales. Great deals on amazing rides. Call Mark at 316-217-3066 to set up a test drive. Sorry, I thought I saw lightning outside. Playmore Lanes Cosmic Bowling Challenge every Saturday, 8 to 10 p.m. with weekly cash prizes. Groups of 5 or more that mention 106. The Blast will get $1.06 off entry fee.
99 cents plus some tags.
Distant Lands Coffee. Check them out. Get the dark
Good
roast.
shit.
It is good shit. And Performance Decals. Get a cute little fairy on the back of your fairy car.
Or giant rainbow sticker on the back of your giant truck.
Yeah.
Make people question what's going on inside.
Oh, dude, so I got a funny story for you real quick. Speaking of that. So there's this guy, I can't remember, somewhere up north. His last name is literally Assman, like ASSMAN, and the people wouldn't let him get his license plate. He just wanted it of his last name because it's funny. They wouldn't let him. So we on the tailgate, he printed out the license plate, and so in big bold letters it says Assman.
Nice. Anyway, guys, check us out, Revolution Radio on Facebook. Find me, Jay Dillon, JAYDYLAN on Facebook. I only got like a few friend spots left, so hurry up on that, I guess. YouTube, again, Revolution Radio channel. You'll hopefully will be updated soon. We really appreciate everyone listening, everyone contributing. We will see you guys Friday. We got comic Rick Gutierrez calling in, so it's going to be awesome. And I'm sure, hopefully, Tanya will be back. She'll have other great, fun stories. All right, guys, we love you.